Welcome to the Popcorn Talk Network, for the online broadcast network that features movie discussion, news, and interviews. Press 1.
Popcorn Talk. We talk movies. From the Popcorn Talk Network, the online broadcast network for movie talk, and the schmoes know, this is Meet the Movie Press, roundtable movie news and commentary from the industry's premier film journalists.
Yes, that's us. Premier film journalists. It is Meet the Movie Press. Happy Friday, everyone. I am Mark Reilly, editor-in-chief of schmoesknow.com.
Jeff Sneider, film reporter, TheWrap.com.
That you are. How the hell are you, Mr. Sneider?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
That sounds real good for a Friday morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
Got a little pep in my step.
Good. I need it. I'm drinking the coffee because there was a shit ton of traffic out there today.
Yeah, it was tough on the 101. This isn't a real Friday for me, though, because I have Saturday shift.
Oh, you do?
You know, which reporters pull once every few months.
Oh, okay.
So,
I get it. So you got the unlucky pull, is what you're saying.
I mean, it's not that unlucky. I'm not working Labor Day weekend. That sucks.
That's true. And that's next weekend.
It's going to be, the slow, last weekend or whatever in August. I'll take it.
And was it okay? So since this is Meet the Movie Press on the Popcorn Talk Network, you can find us there and at iTunes. Rate, subscribe, comment on iTunes. Meet the Movie Press. You can hashtag that too. Send it around the Twitter sphere if you would. What was I saying? So is it really slow for you right now, or is it because it seems like the week was a little bit slow?
Maybe on actual movie news. Yeah. Or, the movie news that we talk about. I spent most of my time dealing with the Weinsteins.
Right. Oh, really? That's interesting.
That's why you haven't seen much out of me.
I got it. Yeah.
It's busy in different ways. I'm prepping for the Toronto Film Festival.
Are you going to that?
Yes.
Nice. When is that again?
September. I'm going the 9th through the 15th. I go up a day early. I learned that trick at Variety.
Oh, nice.
Go up a day early to get settled. You don't want to get in there and have to be all crazed.
Run and then just
you're
from
the airport
covered.
And then cover the opening night or whatever. I don't even know what opening night is. All I know is that Green Room plays at midnight on Thursday, the first night. So I will be there for that.
And Green Room is I don't know what these.
It's Jeremy Saulnier's follow-up to Blue Ruin.
Did you hear about Blue Ruin? Yes, I did. Okay.
Yeah, really good. I've heard great things about it. A24 bonded. Patrick Stewart's a skinhead, a Nazi.
Yeah, one. I really want to see it. Yeah, okay.
Have you seen that photo of him?
I've seen the photo of him. Yeah, I remember that came out, and I was like, Professor X, what are you doing? And he looks great. I mean, I love Patrick Stewart. There seems to be a renaissance with his career.
He's a professor of evil in this film.
Nice. I like it. Well, I'm jealous of you going to these film festivals. Someday I'm going to go, especially TIFF, or Toronto International Film Festival.
Yeah, so, reporters have different things. I got a lot of interviews in the can.
Right.
But yeah, things generally slow down the last week of August.
Yeah, I think there's and then Labor Day, and then everybody goes, and we're in fall, and we got fall movies now. It's better movies coming out, and we did the fall movie preview last night on the main show.
Oh,
so that was fun, as well as the round of Ultimate Schmodown.
Was the 33 on your fall movie preview?
No, we didn't talk about that.
That's a shame.
Yeah, what is
sliding
that?
Under the radar? It's the movie about the 33 Chilean miners.
That's right. No, we have talked about that.
It looks amazing.
I haven't seen is there a trailer?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, as always on Meet the Movie Press, Jeff Sneider fills me in on Movie Press. That's right.
So what was in the news this week? I don't even know.
Let's start here. Guys, we are on youtube.com/Popcorn Talk Network. I'm reading your live tweets, your live comments. Thank you so much for doing that. This is awesome. I see you guys there. We will take some suggestions. We are going to take some calls later, and we are going to talk about, of course, all the news that broke. I think for me, being the geek, and the favorite news that was Mads Mikkelsen?
Mads Mikkelsen, yeah.
Mikkelsen.
Justin reported that yesterday.
Yeah.
That it looks like Marvel wants him to be a villain in Doctor Strange.
This is great. And he's quickly become a fave of Disney. He's in
Rogue One as well.
Yeah.
And he's playing a good guy, he said.
That's what he said. Yeah. You automatically go, well, yeah, Mads, he was the greatest villain in Casino Royale, in my opinion. I thought he's one of the best Bond villains of all time.
He was great.
And then Hannibal, I watched the first season of Hannibal, and sorry that they're not getting renewed. That sucks.
Well, it ends tomorrow night, and I've seen the finale.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good.
Does Clarice Starling show up at the end?
No comment.
Okay. Oh.
No, she doesn't.
Okay.
There's no Clarice Starling.
Yeah,
sorry.
I was like thinking the Red Dragon.
No comment, as a matter of fact. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay. That's great. So Mads is going to be a villain in Doctor Strange.
I mean, do you know the comic books and stuff? Like, who's he going to be?
I do not know the Doctor
Strange. I love all the
comics.
speculating.
Yeah,
Devin wrote an article. There was like a guy named Nightmare. That sounds kind of cool.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I got to read Devin's. Yeah, he knows the comics.
Dormammu. I don't even know. What is this shit?
Matt Key over at Marvel Movie News on the Popcorn Talk Network. He is a huge Doctor Strange fan. He would know. So, guys, tweet out Matt Key right now. Find out who the hell Mads is playing, and then tweet us. We'll take care of this right now.
It is shaping up to be a hell of a cast, though, and I think that I am really looking forward to this one because it does seem really different, and the concept art was so cool at D23.
Yeah, it is one of
Benedict Cumberbatch, Tilda Swinton, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah, this is
and honestly, guys, likely Rachel McAdams as well.
And right, exactly, and Rachel McAdams, directed by a horror director, Scott Derrickson's coming in. He's gonna kick some ass on this. I think so too. I loved the appointment of the director. It just seems to follow Marvel's great history of like Jon Favreau and then Joe Johnston and Kenneth Branagh.
I think the McAdams thing is going to work out, though.
I don't see why not.
She's great. What my antenna is feeling out there.
Nice. Okay. I like that.
But Marvel drives a hard bargain, which is probably why we haven't heard whether it's closed or not.
Right. That's true. Yeah. So
getting there.
So that's the Doctor Strange Marvel update. All quiet on the Western Front a little bit. Civil War wrapped filming. So that's interesting. We got a lot of pictures that leaked. And
guys, I can't say anything about it. But yeah, Tuesday night, I just hung out with Mackie all night.
Did you really?
Yeah, Anthony Mackie, who plays the Falcon.
Yeah.
We found each other at the same party. For the transporter refueled.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And we had a great time.
That's pretty awesome.
The evening was off the record, guys. So
evening's off the record, sorry. Yeah. And
but a really nice guy. I've known Anthony. I had met him before a couple of times. Mm-hmm. Been a huge fan of his career. He really broke out with Half Nelson. Have you ever seen that movie?
Yes, I have. That's with Gosling. He's fantastic in that.
Excellent film.
Mackie is.
Yeah. Mackie's
fantastic.
Wonderful. And he was also in this little scene Spike Lee movie called Sucker Free City that he did for Showtime.
Oh, wow.
It was like a TV movie, and that's where I first saw Anthony.
Oh, that's great. I haven't heard.
But I honestly think he's one of our most talented young actors, and it was really cool to just hang
out with him.
Hang out with the guy.
Yeah.
Normal dude.
Celebrities. They're just like us.
They sure are.
So yeah,
humble
Marvel,
brag. Hashtag humble brag.
There you go. I like the humble brags. Yeah, like when I hung out with Tom Cruise at Runyon Canyon once. Yeah, not really.
We just looked at each other and then we kept pushing up that hill.
Yeah, we did. He was with his dog. I was with my dog. He was nice.
There was news this week that Joaquin Phoenix is reuniting with M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night.
After doing Signs and The Village together for another supernatural mystery type movie that, of course, Jason Blum will be producing. It sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, we got into The Visit last night.
Wait, you saw it?
No. Just that it's coming out for the fall movie preview.
Yeah. I think it looks
M. Night. Yeah, okay. I don't know. I have been following M. Night, and I adore Unbreakable. It's my favorite of his. And then Sixth Sense, and I love Signs, and then kind of went off, and I haven't been able to follow or keep up with them, and I'm kind of like, whatever, I don't know. And then The Visit seems weird. Grandparents as evil people, I don't know. So
it plays to our fear of old people, just as a nation.
I guess so.
There is. I mean, come on. How are we denying this?
Is there a fear of old people?
Of course there is. No one wants to spend time in nursing homes and stuff.
Okay, that fear. I get that.
It conjures death and.
But it just seems like a weird thing. But I'm a big fan of Blumhouse is it Blumhouse Productions?
Blumhouse, yeah. You can just say Blumhouse.
Blumhouse. All their horror movies are really great. I'm a huge horror fan, so I'm willing to give this a chance, but I have no idea what it's going to be about, The Visit, or if it's going to be a return to form for M. Night. However...
I think it is, and I don't think that they can go wrong with it because it's pretty cheap.
Yeah, right. But now... having Joaquin back in the mix for another movie, that I'm in.
Yeah, don't blow this night. Don't blow this.
Yeah, well, I trust Joaquin Phoenix taste in movies, so if he's I'll do this, then that means like he wouldn't even do Doctor Strange. Come on.
I was gonna make an irrational man joke, but I actually kind of liked it. So.
Oh, okay. I know. I still got to see it. So yeah, well, that's great. Yeah, Joaquin Phoenix is it's an interesting casting, and I'm gonna love that.
Yeah, there was a few more things. So, it sounds like Lea Seydoux is shaping up to be the female lead in Gambit.
Yeah.
Now, there was a reason that I mentioned her in my story where I said that Channing's deal was a little shaky.
Right. That's right. You did.
Yeah. And so we dropped her name back then because she was the only name that I was hearing. The problem was that I'd kept hearing that there was an issue with her accent.
Oh,
I mean, she's French, and Cajun sort of derives from that, but
right.
But I don't know. I just heard it sounded a little silly. They thought, but clearly, she got the offer, so they looked past that potential problem. Maybe they worked on it with a coach. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe, or they can maybe just leave her alone and be you're French, come on in.
She was on a short list with Rebecca Ferguson and Abby Lee from Mad Max, and then everyone was like, "Who is Abby Lee?"
Right.
In Mad Max, but she's an up and comer. And then Rebecca Ferguson, I never thought was really going to do Gambit. I thought she popped so big in Mission, it was like
she's got to do something kind of different.
Yeah, exactly. And she's in fact doing The Girl on the Train, based on the bestseller with Emily Blunt.
Yeah, and Ferguson she was good. She was the standout for me in Mission Impossible 5.
Yeah, she was excellent.
And also Tom Cruise. I mean, he's so good.
We saw that have you heard of East Los High?
No. Yeah. Who? Somebody said yes. Marissa back there in the booth is like, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, what is it?
It's I haven't actually seen it, but I watch a lot of Hulu, and there's a lot of ads for it on Hulu. It like takes up some significant real estate on the Hulu main page and on Apple TV.
Right.
And so its young star Gabriel Chavarria got one of the 2 human leads in War of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, that's right.
That story?
I was just looking at that. That was what it was. No, not Deadline. You guys, I know I was reading it on your website, The Wrap. Who first reported that? I don't know.
I think it was Deadline.
Yeah, that's, I guess, what I heard.
Mike went on a tear Monday.
Really? Yeah. Oh, Fleming.
But, so, I mean, see, he's a good-looking kid.
Yeah.
I followed him on Twitter, and then I had to unfollow him.
Oh, really?
Like a day or two later, because it was just, like, constant. He retweeted every story.
Oh, God.
That was written about his casting. So it was just, like, 300 casting stories about this one kid in my feed, like, 3 days after he was cast.
Read this.
And I was just like, okay, I'm going to take a break for now. We'll come back to you down the line.
Yeah, well, that's good. I'm glad. I mean, it's no surprise War of the Planet of the Apes is going to start crewing up and casting up because it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing who they get for that other lead, if they'll go with another, relative unknown. Or, and he has, a following of his own, obviously, this kid. But we'll see if they go with a more established person or what.
Great.
I imagine that they will.
Yeah.
But like, Mark, if you were cast in a movie, how many casting stories would you retweet on your Twitter page?
I would only retweet one, and from probably my favorite publication.
I think you could go up to 5, but after that, you got to cut it off.
Yeah, no, I'm
like, if you were really excited about it, and you know there was like the trade announcement, and you like some of the blogs takes or whatever.
Yeah, I could
see it.
I would just do 1 or 2 maybe of something, and
even
then
10's fine. There was like.
This guy was like,
there was every story. I was like, okay.
With schmozknow.com, why don't you tag him on Twitter and write a story? So we'll get some. No, I'm not doing that. He's like, Schmozo, retweet. Retweet. That's great.
There was a couple of other things.
Yes.
Anne Hathaway signed on to do this thing, The Shower. Did you hear about that?
Yes. What is this
Sounded
exactly?
interesting. Well, I mean, it's a pretty, it's one of those double entendre titles.
That's right.
It's about a baby shower and a meteor shower. That was my Boston accent. It was like, it's about a meteor shower.
Meteor shower. And a baby shower.
And so these meteors land, and they've got extraterrestrial life or whatever, and they turn the men into like monsters, or they produce monsters or something.
Who is directing this thing? Do you know?
Nobody yet.
Okay, nobody yet. So,
but it's like these women in the baby shower then have to fend off these creatures, if you will.
Is this a straight up horror, or is this a comedy horror?
It's like a comedy horror.
Okay, that's why. Thank God. Yeah, because I'm like, it sounds comedy. Well, The Shower. Okay, Shower. Got it.
I could see it being Men in Black.
Yeah.
Like if Apatow directed Men in Black and it starred women.
That'd be great. I'm down with that.
That's my description of it.
I like that. Sign me up for that. So
That's
yeah,
why.
I mean, the week was pretty.
There was enough.
There was enough. Yeah,
It was sneaky busy.
sneaky busy. Okay.
Sneaky busy.
Yeah, I just think. I mean, over at Schmoes, like it's like anytime there's Star Wars stuff, it's just like that's all there is, and everybody's tagging me and wanting to talk.
Yeah, I know.
There was the images that were released by Empire, and then a little bit more information of John Boyega.
Is it going to be like this for the next 3 fucking months?
I hope not.
It's too much. I mean, whatever.
I almost said yesterday in a tweet, like, the marketing is really great with Star Wars, but I think we're there. We don't need any more.
Flooded. I feel
I don't even need a trailer anymore. Like, there's still gonna be one more trailer.
Obviously, there's going to be.
Yeah, there's gonna be one more trailer, and then I have a feeling there's gonna be all the commercials and.
Drew McWeeny wrote a really good article on HitFix.
Yeah. What'd he say?
Sort of just outlining his fatigue, but like he understands it, and his kids love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're like past it. I'm just.
Yeah, I didn't need to see an Instagram video revealing John Boyega with the lightsaber. Okay, everybody.
I assumed that there would be a lightsaber. I wanted to discover it on my own.
Yeah,
in the movie. I don't know.
It's interesting because we saw John Boyega on the Drew Struzan poster from D23, the exclusive there that everybody got their poster, and we're like, oh great, okay, John Boyega has a lightsaber, and then this Instagram video comes out and we see it. It's the first time we actually see one of the good guys or a blue lightsaber. I get it. It's awesome. I flipped out. I geeked the hell out. But now I'm like, pump your brakes. I'm done. I don't need to see anything. Don't tell me anything more about Star Wars. Sure, cast it up on episode 8. Like, whatever's going on there. Great, wonderful, grand. Do it. But I've had it. I'm ready to just see the movie. But to answer your question, to rope around, yes, there's going to be a shit ton of stuff in the next 3 months, I think. Mm-hmm. So, there's more going on out there with the casting, of course. I know Geek Nation dropped something last Friday, actually, of a strong female character being looked at in episode 8 with Ryan Johnson looking at it. That's what they were reporting, what they heard. I don't know. Then they speculate that it might be Han Solo's daughter. That's crazy. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen or not, but we'll see, guys. It's pretty exciting. I know you guys all were like tagging me on Twitter. Is this true? And frick if I know. Yeah, you? Nothing?
I tuned out, you know? I don't give a shit.
It's your Star Wars.
I don't care.
Your Star Wars, I mean, your love of Star Wars is not like mine.
Yeah, it honestly, it pains me that we have to talk about it every week on this fucking show.
Well, that's...
This is
and now we're done with it. Let's move on.
Thank God.
Let's move on.
Should we take calls soon? Are we halfway through? What's going on?
Yeah, we're gonna take some calls, guys.
Okay, we got a little more time to kill.
Yeah, we can take some. I will tweet something out. We can maybe do some hopeful news break on that. Answer your questions.
Have you seen anything lately? Can we talk about actual fucking movies instead of development projects? And whatnot.
I saw Straight Outta Compton.
What'd you think?
Oh God, it's my favorite movie of the year.
Great, me too.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I'm going to go again tonight, actually.
Really? You're seeing it again?
Yeah, I really want to see it again.
Okay.
And then I want to catch up with some of the... I need to see Fantastic Four still.
You still haven't seen it?
No, with all the bad reviews, I just kept...
But you got to make up your own mind.
Yeah, I do. I really want to make up my own mind, and I can't believe that I haven't seen it. It's really bad of me, but... Just with my schedule and you guys out there, I know this is Meet the Movie Press. I've been a little busy. I'm ending a job, and then something will pick up, and we'll be doing some talking about that maybe soon. But,
ooh.
Yeah, that's my little hint. Little tease going on. Something cool.
Tease.
Something's happening. I'll tell you guys soon, but it's going to be fun. Follow me on Twitter.
So you saw Compton. Anything else?
Yeah, Compton and Mission Impossible 5 all in one weekend.
Oh, okay.
Which was great. I had fun with that, and then so I'm excited. What are you seeing this week? You're working tomorrow.
I feel like everything that I've seen, I'm not allowed to talk about.
Oh, really? Are you embargoed?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. I mean, I noticed that as
have I seen a legitimate movie? I saw We Are Your Friends, the Zac Efron movie.
Right. I haven't heard good things.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it.
Yeah.
But it's not because it's a terrible movie necessarily. I think it's just like not for me. Like, I'm not a club guy.
Yeah.
So I don't like
not either.
The lights and the music. Like, it's all
Was it just that the whole time?
Yeah, it's about like the creation of that. Like, this is like when it's hustle and flow. It's a little bit cooler.
Yeah, I get that.
But no, it wasn't for me. I liked Wes Bentley though, I guess.
Yeah, Wes Bentley's good.
Emily Ratajkowski's gorgeous.
Yeah. Okay. Good. And that's all we have for Meet the Movie. I'm kidding. How about this? Because we had talked about this and talked about this and talked about this, and it seems like it's been a little slow, or secretly busy, or right? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Secretly?
Sneaky busy.
Right. But a couple of things happened during the week to me that I wanted to get your opinion on, because you actually brought this up, and I've been thinking about it a lot, which is the spoiler culture.
Yeah.
That's happening out there. We have teased that we were going to talk about this, and I figure why don't we drop it now, and then we'll drop some, get some calls on this. But it goes back. I'm only going to touch on it a bit with Star Wars because I know you hate it. But there was a leaked image, and I didn't want to see it. It was a leaked image of Luke Skywalker, and then all of a sudden everybody is literally posting it on their feed, and it has a big watermark on it, and it says leaked photo. And I didn't want to see it because I feel like there hasn't been any marketing with Luke Skywalker, and there's a reason for that. In my opinion, I feel like. And then there he is, and I'm like, God damn. Okay, so it's happening. Then we have other sites that are really coming out and saying, I know what happens in this movie, and this is what happens. I know what happens in this movie, and this is what happens. So it's very interesting to me because I, a lot of times, don't want to read. But at the same point, I know there are people out there that want to get this information, and therefore they're going to, when we cover it on schmoesknow.com, it gets a lot of hits, which helps our advertising, which helps our bottom line, and all this kind of stuff. And I just don't know what to do anymore.
I think you just said it. It's that people are making basically monetarily based decisions, financial decisions, instead of smart editorial decisions. Like the decisions that I see made in the blogosphere generally on a daily basis, like would make the hair stand up on the back of my neck.
Yeah.
Like it's one thing for me to report on the Wrap. The one of the Star Wars spinoffs is about Boba Fett,
right? Or
come on this show and say this is what Colin Trevorrow's Book of Henry is about. Here's the log line. Right. There's a difference between a log line and spoilers, and people don't seem to understand the difference.
I'm totally with you. Yeah.
I don't know why like anyone would report this is what happens in this movie, and it just makes no sense to me unless it's definitely going to be part of the marketing plan. Like as you saw with El Mayimbe, he reported, this is who's on this side, and this is who's on this side, and this is like who's going to fight who. And you've already seen it like a week after in marketing materials. Like you saw the posters with like the different sides,
the concept art that Jeremy Renner tweeted out.
Yeah. Like, so I don't really have a problem when it's something like that. But some of these secrets that people were putting out, who is this? Report, it's not news, it's just giving things away, and is it just to brag? Is it just to be able to say, well, I knew before I saw the movie?
You know what, it's something I've noticed in the spoiler culture, and that happens, I would say, more in the blogs, in the blogosphere, is that I have this spoiler for this movie, here it is first, and then maybe later it'll come out. Yeah, it is bragging rights, I feel like, because then sometimes I see people fighting over, no, I did this. No, I did this. You didn't credit me. And that's one version of it. There's so many versions of this that are just hard to wrap your head around. But
to me, photos and images and concept art and that kind of shit, like that, it's not what I go on the internet to look at.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone should be fighting over credit for it. I just don't.
I agree. I tend to not even kind of enter that conversation because I find it whatever. It's tiring to me. It's like, the movie's getting like, you can know every beat about a movie before you even step into the theater. And some people like that, and I don't understand it.
One of the things that I think the trades don't get enough credit for is that we do have a certain amount of discretion. And we don't report every little fucking thing that we hear.
Yes.
Like the blogosphere does. Yes. The rumors, I mean, George Miller directing Man of Steel 2 next week. Man of Steel on permanent hold. That doesn't even make sense. What the fuck is permanent hold, internet? How many fucking editors ran that headline? Permanent hold?
Yeah, we didn't cover that. I didn't get that. We didn't even
All
cover
of that
George
was
Miller.
fucking garbage. I don't care who put it out. I'm not calling them out. I'm just saying that whole story basically fucking came out of nowhere.
And why would it be on permanent hold?
Where is Man of Steel on the fucking WBDC chart? Is it even there?
I thought they announced it.
Did they?
I can't remember though. Let me see. I'll do some. And guys out there on the interwebs, tell us what you heard of Man of Steel 2. Was there a release for that big DC?
I don't even
movie?
remember. And George Miller, why would he? I just don't see him doing just someone's sequel.
Yeah,
I think he would want to put his own spin on something, whether that's Shazam or Green Lantern Corps or something.
Yeah.
Man of Steel 2.
And the Man of Steel 2
is the most boring fucking movie in that lineup except for Cyborg.
Right. And what's interesting about that Man of Steel 2
it's in there.
Is that El Miembe was my guest co-host while you were gone, and he dropped a very speculatory statement. Oh, I don't think there's much to it.
There are things that you hear, and then there are things that you report, and there's also a fucking difference there. And you can talk about those things. Mm-hmm. You can come on a podcast and speculate.
Yes.
But to put it in writing on the internet, knowing full well that it's going to get aggregated across the entire fucking universe, it's just fucking irresponsible.
Yeah, and then so it's going hand in hand here. Spoiler culture, this kind of what you call clickbait, I would say.
It's guesswork. Well, people are just crossing their fingers,
right?
Hoping, praying to God that this shit pans out or works out.
Yeah.
And sometimes, the trades do the same thing. I mean, a shortlist story isn't terribly different, but at least that's based in some kind of truth.
Yeah.
I mean, when I asked around about that Man of Steel thing, I was told, no, absolutely not. Maybe he's talked to them because he's considered a Warner Brothers filmmaker.
He deleted an email. That's as far as it went.
and has talked to them about the universe, but I don't think that they're like negotiating on Man of Steel 2. Get out of here.
Yeah. All right. So Jeremy Ledger on YouTube. Man of Steel 2 was not a part of the Slate W announced last year. Man of Steel
didn't think so either.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Thanks, guys. And preach it, Jeff. The fans are loving this.
I just don't get. But it's like the fans are the problem. The fans are the ones who leech onto this stuff and lap it all up. Like, honestly, if it's not coming from a trade or an otherwise trusted source, and El Miembe is certainly has a proven track record. The schmoes have broken shit. That's true. Screen or fucking Twitch. Mm-hmm. Twitch had a good run. Mm-hmm. Like, if it's not coming from one of those sites, it's probably, I'm not like calling everybody out, but it's probably just like garbage.
I agree with you.
I mean, Collider and Slash Film obviously break a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, like these, and it's these random mom and pop like sites.
I know. Yeah.
And people are like, oh, this guy said it. Like he.
This was on my show with El Miembe. This is a perfect example. Somebody that I know. And I'm not calling him a source. Just somebody I know said, I heard Emily Blunt got Captain Marvel. Done deal. Huh? I go, really? Okay.
Done deal.
Okay, I checked with one of my sources at Marvel, and they said no. Okay, and that was yesterday when I finally got a response. And I didn't write an article about it or anything. But guess what? People said, and they twisted my words, and they said, Reilly said this. And use my words. I heard it was a done deal. Then they say Reilly said it was a done deal. Here's the article, and people started clicking on it, and people were putting me down,
people
putting
have
schmoes
no
down.
Reading or listening comprehension skills.
It pissed me off. I don't even know what the site is, and it's a site I've never heard about. But I saw them word it that it's a done deal, and that schmoes know, and by association me, are not legitimate. So take it with a grain of salt. Fuck you.
Grains of salt. How many grains of salt are there on the fucking internet?
Yeah, and that pissed me off too, because then then you are on here plenty of times having the same thing happen.
I would just love if for 1 week we all did have like our sources underneath each like headline. Mm-hmm. Like, this is actually where this came from, and these are the people who I talked to.
Yeah,
and you see how different the sources are for a trade article and for a blog article.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure it's very different.
And I don't think that 80% of the shit that gets published on the internet
comes true.
Would not that it comes true, would even be published at trade.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
I don't even think it would make it through.
Right. Oh, see. That's the thing. I always look towards, and I told some of my writers on schmozno.com, I'm like, and with Star Wars especially, I don't give a shit about what this person heard or this plot point or this leaked photo. It's got to come from the Wrap or Variety or Hollywood Reporter, even Deadline a little bit, and or Disney and J.J. Abrams. For us to post something, because I don't want to get into this speculation shit.
But here's the other problem: it's that journalists have a responsibility to question these things, and they don't. The internet culture is just designed to parrot and repeat each other.
Yep.
So, like, Bruce Willis drops out a Woody Allen movie for scheduling reasons due to Broadway, misery on Broadway.
Okay.
Then that headline gets repeated around the world by people who never fucking checked on it themselves.
Okay.
And the guy he was shooting the movie. Mm-hmm. Did you see that? Bruce Willis shot a day or two or whatever on the Woody Allen movie. There were photos of him filming.
Okay.
He didn't, there wasn't a scheduling issue where, I can't get down to that set. Sorry, I'm rehearsing for Misery. He shot it and was fired because he's lazy and difficult to work with.
See, that's what I heard.
This is, Bruce Willis is usually these days... He comes on, he's the A-list star in like a B-movie production.
Right.
Everyone kisses his ass. Mm-hmm. It's not like that on a Woody Allen movie.
Right.
And he was having trouble remembering lines, whatever the fuck it was.
Wow.
And he got the boot. But, Deadline reports it as a scheduling issue. So, yes, sometimes you can't always believe things on the trades. You should take things with a grain of salt, but make the fucking call yourself and ask.
Yeah.
Don't just repeat it.
That's a great point.
Don't repeat me. I'm not trying to be a hypocrite. If I report something, follow up on it yourself.
Yeah.
If it doesn't check out, don't fucking write it.
It's great.
For the traffic.
Yeah. No, and
not that you need to be like Deadline this week, which is just like throwing cold water on things. It's like, yeah, this is technically true, but it's really early. Yeah. So let's downplay it.
Or like when a actor or a director announces something and then they run an exclusive, which I love.
Yeah.
So there's a lot in the blogosphere and the trades and like the, not fan blogs, but I don't know. When it comes to these stories, it's really funny. I don't like chasing clicks for the bottom line, but there is that part of the job. And so you got to make the best call you can. I like to make calls that are like, I just want to remain true. I just want people to rely on us more than I want to get a couple $100 in my pocket. And because unless we're talking about big site, and that has to do with spoilers as well, because they're spoiling a whole entire movie, and then it gets clicked, shared, and people make money.
Listen, instead of paying attention to the stories that the trades do, you guys should try paying attention to the stories that the trades don't do.
Ooh.
And why the trades don't do them.
I like that. I think with that we should
like the trades want traffic too, guys.
Yeah,
but some stories aren't worth reporting.
Yeah, I agree. And guys, I'm sending out a tweet.
Yeah, apparently let's take some calls. Let's talk to some people.
Apparently, we're
men of the people,
tweet.
Mark.
Well, yeah, we are. And I don't know why all of a sudden my computer froze. Okay, I did. I tweeted it. Here we go, guys. 424-253-0504.
I was going to say, you definitely tweeted it because my phone just vibrated. Okay, I felt it in my nuts.
I love it when I do that.
I keep my phone right there. It's probably not good for them, actually.
There you go. Yeah, that's not. I hear bad things.
I do this all the time.
So, guys, we will take some calls. Let's talk about the spoiler culture. Let's talk about journalism, blogs versus the trades. What do you guys think? I'd love to get your opinions on this because it's so interesting to me because you have two different sides of the coin, somewhat, but I'm more on your side. Like, I really don't want to report on bullshit stories just for...
To be clear,
yeah.
It's not that the trades are always right and the blogs are always wrong.
No.
Don't take that the wrong way. I'm just saying, do your own homework.
No, you said it. I mean,
that's all.
We go to the top of this conversation. You said, unless, like, you said Schmoes have broken some stuff that has happened. You said
go by a track record.
Yeah. Dem Faraci, would you say?
Of course. No, these are all reputable people. If they've been on our show, they're reputable people.
Thank you. There you go. So, yeah, it's when you get these websites that you've never heard of, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, I hear that frickin' Daniel Craig is the next Darth Vader or whatever, and it's like, huh?
But wait, wasn't he
He's a stormtrooper or something?
I don't know, maybe
Okay.
he is the next Darth Vader.
Yeah, wouldn't that be funny? All right.
No, he's not.
He's not, guys, I know. Well, guess what? We have a caller. So let's get them on the line. Hey, you're on Meet the Movie Press. Who do we got? And turn down your computer.
Yeah,
if you can.
mute that shit.
Mute that. Are you there? Hello? Wow,
I can hear him. No.
No, that was me talking.
I think he said hello back.
Did he?
I don't think it was an echo.
I don't know about that. Okay. How do we doing in there, Mercer? We got another one? Okay. You're on Meet the Movie Press. Who do we got?
Hey, this is Dylan Esposito.
Hey, Dylan. Dylan Esposito. How are you,
That's a great
sir?
fucking name.
Yeah, man. He was all over Schmoville's fan page last night.
Okay.
You were helping me out, brother, with a giveaway. We were doing a bunch of giveaways. So thanks so much for that. Dylan, how the hell are you? What's up, dude?
Doing good. I actually just tuned in just a few minutes ago and
Nice.
trying to catch up on a bunch of this, but saw the phone lines were open, and I was like, yeah, go ahead and call.
Well, I'm glad you did, Dylan.
So what do you want to talk about, big guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, one of the things that, I definitely agree with you.
Hello? Do we lose you? Oh, we lost. We lost
Well,
Dylan.
he agreed with me, not you, Mark.
I guess so. I don't
We'll
know
see if
what
we can get him back. But
I don't know what we were having, Marissa. I guess
are we having
lost him.
technical difficulties? What's up? Let's get the next caller.
Yeah, we'll get the next caller.
Are there next callers?
Yeah, we have people calling. I see it. Hello, you're on Meet the Movie Press. Who's there?
This is Eddie Harvey.
Eddie, how are you?
Hey, I want to know on the Captain Marvel deal. Understand? If they not gonna cast Emily Blunt, you think they gonna go with a high price, high form actress?
It's a good question. I don't know which way that Marvel's going to go with it. I have a feeling that they may go younger, and maybe a little bit cheaper. But I have no idea.
I recently spoke with my source that said they love Emily Blunt. She was originally cast as Black Widow, but then she had to go to Gulliver's Travel. Jeez.
Oh, okay. I want to ask another thing. Do you think that any chance in hell they'll get, Jennifer Lawrence? She know how to carry a franchise.
Yeah,
that's another good question. I think it's totally possible. I don't know that if Marvel is used to paying for that kind of star, but then again, you look at people like Cumberbatch. I'm sure he doesn't come cheap.
Right. It's a good question, dude.
I don't know if she'll want to go right into another kind of big franchise universe thing after Hunger Games, or if she's going to want to focus on some smaller films for a while, or just write screenplays with Amy Schumer.
Yeah, that's right. That's
about things
story
that I tweeted 3 weeks earlier.
Hey, look at you.
Zing.
I like that. Zing.
But back to the the sort of thing about Captain Marvel. If you look at Wonder Woman, we all thought that was going to be some huge actress, and it ended up being Gal Gadot. So
right.
Who was kind of an unknown. So I question whether Marvel will go in a similar direction there. But
in your opinion, Jeff, and Jennifer Lawrence is doing a Marvel movie as Mystique at Fox. Would that stop her from doing?
I'm sorry to interrupt y'all. I asked that question because I heard rumors that she don't want to be Mystique anymore, or that's just rumors or anything. But I just asked, and understand she's young, she's talented,
right?
Well, the thing about that role is that she has to undergo a lot of makeup, which is a pain in the ass for any actor, and you got to get there like at 5 a.m. and it kind of sucks. So if she was just like Captain Marvel and had to slip on a suit, I think her personal experience would be a little bit different.
Sure. It's actually really good casting. I mean, knowing somewhat of the,
it would be
source
great.
material.
I feel like Emily Blunt. I don't know. First of all, I don't know if she's like too old.
I think so. I think she is. Actually,
I didn't say the O word there, but maybe I did.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is, I don't know that Emily Blunt puts asses in seats.
Right.
I don't think she's not very active on social media.
Yeah.
I just don't know how many women are like, oh, I got to go see this Emily Blunt movie.
Right. But the brand being Marvel, they can put butts in seats.
They can put it with me as Captain Marvel. I look great in a wig too.
I think you're right. I think it doesn't really matter.
I think it would make a ton of money, but
I think it doesn't really necessarily matter who they cast as long as it's good. I mean, they're good at casting. Right.
I'm 95% sure Captain Marvel will be African American.
Oh no, doing that again. The Spider-Man. He called that. and then we got covered on that Comedy Central show. I love that.
Hey, it got us on Comedy Central.
Hey, it's Eddie, right?
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
thanks for the call, dude. Who knows if Jennifer? I don't personally at the table here. No, Jennifer Lawrence is probably gonna end doing Mystique because she's done it for going to be 3 pictures now, and I think she's also gonna, obviously Hunger Games.
I think it'll be someone other than Jennifer Lawrence and Emily Blunt. I'll take the field.
That's what I think too. That's what I think.
Next caller.
Thanks, dude, for calling in.
Have a good one.
Man. Thank you, and I love watching y'all's show, man. Y'all doing a good job, man. Keep it up.
Thanks, Eddie. Appreciate that, man. Have a good one. So, guys, when you call on in at 424-253-0504, we have another caller. You're on Meet the Movie Press. Who do we got?
That's a lot of numbers. They look like they're from overseas.
Yeah.
All right, take 2. This is Dylan.
Dylan.
Hey,
he's back.
Okay.
He's back.
All right.
Dylan, so we were talking spoiler culture. We were talking clickbait. We were talking Marvel. We were talking all this news. What do you want to talk about?
Dylan was about to agree with one of us. Who are you agreeing with, Dylan?
I was agreeing with both of you. It's as one of the admins on Schmoville.
Yeah.
We make sure that it's only stuff from Schmoes Know. Mm-hmm. We'll try and put some stuff out there for any of the stuff that you write to, Jeff.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many times per day that we have to take down stuff because it's just there's these.
Wait, I don't understand. You're an admin for who?
There's
for
the fan page Schmoville on Facebook,
okay.
which you guys listening out there, you got to go because they hit 7,000 members last night.
Start that shit on Reddit too. I could use the Reddit traffic, please. I don't understand how to use Reddit, so
That's
if you
a good
could take
idea.
care of that for me, thank you.
Yeah, Dylan, you're great, and I know we've been having some, it's a forum to talk about movies, and so look, when other blogs post, hey, Jennifer Lawrence has been cast as Godzilla, whatever,
that's coming soon,
and that's just a random site. People want to talk about that on a forum. What they're doing,
it's fun to speculate. I understand that it's fun to speculate, but
I get it.
I don't, that's for forums and stuff. It's not. I don't know that it's necessarily for its own new URL on a news site.
And that's where the line is blurred, at least for Schmoville. It's a fan run.
It's community.
Community, exactly. They want to talk about movies, but what they do differently is that it has to be related to Schmoes Know somehow. Do it from the website or Christian or Mark or a review or some of the people here, even you. And so what we do on the site is, yes, if something breaks, especially we cover your exclusive all the time, but I tend to cover your stuff and the rap stuff because of this show. And so by that logic, then it goes up on Schmoes Know, and Dylan and or the whole Schmoville forum will post that story, and then they'll talk about it. And Dylan, thank you very much for trying as hard as you guys do to make sure it's all looped into the Schmoes Know world. I really appreciate it. So,
no problem.
Thanks, Dylan, man. Thanks for calling. So, what should we take more calls?
Yeah.
I kind of just.
What else are we doing?
Okay. We are waiting for a caller, and they are here. You are on Meet the Movie Press. Who do we got?
Malcolm Bateman. Hey, man.
Hey, Malcolm. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good, man. What's up?
Not too much, man. It's just I had this question because it's been bothering me a lot. I'm an African American, and I'm a nerd, so I'm really into sci-fi and all that stuff.
Nice.
So with Star Wars and John Boyega, I'm like, wow, I'm really blown away, especially seeing him doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
Because we had Mace Windu, but he's basically Sam Jackson, and Lando Calrissian was a traitor, so it kind of wasn't. It didn't make me feel really good, like I was being represented.
Oh, good.
But I'm hearing a lot of flack, so I wanted to ask you guys, do you think that he is do you know anything about who he's related to or anything like that? Because it feels like people are bashing on him and things like that, saying he's a red herring, and I'm like.
Yeah,
that sucks.
Don't listen to the internet, my friend.
Yeah,
I think that I actually don't think he's related to anybody. I think he's a brand new character.
Yeah, and what's the big deal about that? Thank God we have a new character in a Star Wars universe,
and he's the protagonist.
And look, people lost their mind when they realized he was a stormtrooper, and so now. Malcolm, you're seeing some flack because he's might be a Jedi or might have force powers and has a lightsaber.
Send the haters our way, Malcolm.
Yeah, exactly.
Can do, man, because it's major. Thanks, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Stay strong.
And to comment on that, yeah, I think everybody and this is, again, goes into the speculation bullshit game. They're like, he's Lando's son. Just because he's black?
Be. There's only one black family in the entire Star Wars universe.
It drives me fucking bonkers. And yes, he can be a stormtrooper. No, they're not clones. Did you look? Look, now that's my geekiness.
Yeah, he's getting worked up, guys.
No, I just don't like the what is it? The color marketing game they have going on here. I don't even know what that means.
Neither do I.
Obviously he must be Lando Calrissian's son. No, I think he's. I think he's a protagonist, and I think he has force powers, and it goes into the story, the ultimate big story that's going to happen. And thank God he's wielding the lightsaber. It's awesome to see. That's where I go with it.
Do we have anybody else waiting on the line?
Do we have any callers out there again? Yes, we do. I love this.
We're so popular.
I know. You're on Meet the Movie Press. Who do we got?
Hi, this is Jeremy. How are you guys doing out there?
Hey, Jeremy. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you? I just want to say I love you guys to death, and I think both of you totally freaking rock. Oh, you guys are awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, that's good to hear.
Appreciate that.
So, Jeremy, what do you want to talk about?
Well, I got a question, actually. I was wondering, whatever happened to that next week is Mad Max Fury Road that comes out on Blu-ray. Whatever happened to the black and white version that was supposed to be going around that was supposed to be on the Blu-ray?
Oh.
I don't know. I haven't seen the Blu-ray specs or what's on it. So,
yeah, I don't know.
Are we sure that it's not on there?
I heard there was a thing that George Miller was going to make Mad Max Fury Road. It was going to be on the Blu-ray. It was going to be in a black and white version, which I've never seen the movie yet, but, I heard it was something. It was one of those rumors, but I thought, I'll believe it when I see it,
Right, so you don't have the Blu-ray right now.
No, it doesn't come out till next week, but it was just a rumor that I was hearing. That
maybe it's on there. I don't know. Maybe it'll be on a future edition, too, because we all know that these movies get like 10 different kinds of DVDs.
Yeah, well, Jeremy, we're going to, Cobster, who writes for us at schmoesno.com, he's going to be reviewing that. I know he has the Blu-ray, so next week
get him on
drop.
The line
and
bring him up,
and we'll find out. I did hear that.
We'll get back to you on that. It would certainly be cool.
Yeah.
Listen, you can always watch it and then turn the color off on your TV.
That's true. There's that option.
That is a neat little trick.
Yeah. Well,
no problem. It's all good, guys. I was just wondering. I've never seen the movie yet.
Check it out. It's very good.
Yeah. You're gonna love it, man. It's a good movie. So thanks for calling into it. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. You have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Oh man, this is fun getting the callers in. There's a lot of you out there, and we really appreciate that.
We got another.
Let's just do this. You're on Meet the Movie Press.
Roll 'em. I feel like an agent.
Who do we got? I know, right?
Rolling calls.
Guys, it's Haroon.
It's hey, missed the name there. What's your name? Haroon. All right. Yeah. How are you doing, man?
Not bad.
Good. Well,
I just had I don't know if you would know anything about this, but I was thinking about Wonder Woman and how that's about to be filming soon. It's going to be filming in the fall.
Yep.
And I was wondering if you heard anything about any potential castings in that movie.
Oh, look at this guy trying to break my omerta.
Oh, you've heard something. Jeff might have heard something.
No, actually, I haven't heard jack shit.
Okay. Well, I know they're crewing up. And they're definitely crewing up. I know they got a cinematographer on there. The name is escaping me.
I'm starting to ask around about it.
Yeah, I mean, I
got lines of bait are in the water. But
there you go. And you can trust Jeff on this. And much like I say, Doctor Strange, you're going to start hearing about some casting coming out. I mean,
sure.
We don't know what the villain is for Wonder Woman. All we know is Gal Gadot and Chris Pine.
That's right.
That's pretty much all we know. So. And then I did see that they're crewing up. They got a cinematographer. They have a director. So
didn't they get the cinematographer from Interstellar?
Yes. Thank you.
Is it Hoyt Van Hoytma?
Yes, Hoyt Van Hoytman.
Ooh, Hoytma.
I don't even know. It's Hoyt. But yes. So Haroon, I think they are going to. You're going to hear a lot because if it is fall. From what we're hearing, and there's going to be a lot of news coming around. So
yeah, I've just got other responsibilities. I can't be tracking the comic book stuff all the time. That Mads thing came out of nowhere for me.
Yeah,
but Kroll said he'd been on it for like a while.
There you go.
So maybe it wasn't as early. As we all think.
So thanks for the call, dude. We appreciate it. On Meet the Movie Press on the Popcorn Talk Network. So I think that should do it. I think we took a lot of calls.
Mark's like, enough.
No. I mean, God, that's really fun. You guys are great. And it's always fun on Meet the Movie Press to take your calls. I mean, I think that's something awesome that we kind of implemented into the show because, look, we
like hearing from you guys because you make it happen.
Yeah, guys. So with that being said, rate and subscribe to this show. Get it on out there because that keeps the lights on out here.
And I put my iTunes podcast rating in my dating profiles online.
Did you really? On your Ashley Madison dating profile?
Yeah, exactly. I've got a 4.9 on iTunes, rocking it hard.
Nice. Yeah, I need to do that. Well, I don't have a dating profile anymore.
No.
I have a date
you
with me.
lucked out.
I did with my girlfriend. She's out there watching right now. So do you want to wrap this up?
Yeah, sure.
Are we wrapping it up?
Yeah.
Guys, this has been another Meet the Movie Press on the Popcorn Talk Network. Go ahead and subscribe. As I said, rate, comment. We really, really want to hear from you, and especially get those numbers up because it's really fun doing this. And you can visit me at Twitter, at ReillyAround, and at schmozno.com.
I'm at the Sneider, and you can find my stuff on therap.com.
Yeah. And so next week we'll be back, of course, and we might have a guest. We might not. It's pretty hard to get some of these working journalists to come in here.
Everyone's so busy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or they're on vacation.
Yeah, that's right. It's coming up on Labor Day, so there's gonna be a nice break.
We gotta have Jimmy O back. Jimmy O wants back here, and he's always welcome.
Oh yeah, Jimmy O. He came on the main show a couple weeks ago.
Good dude.
Jimmy O is anytime, man, anytime. But thanks again, guys. This is Meet the Movie Press. We will see you next week.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only, and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Popcorn Talk Network or its owners or principals.